Hello students. Today we have to study last 3 points from chapter 4, Reproductive Health Part 2 from Unit 6 Reproduction. The 3 points we have to study: 4.3 Medical Termination of Pregnancy MTP, 4.4 Sexually Transmitted Diseases STDs, and 4.5 Infertility. 4.3 Medical Termination of Pregnancy MTP. MTP means intentional or voluntary termination of pregnancy is called medical termination of pregnancy MTP, or it is also called as the induced abortion. MTP has a significant role in decreasing population. Legal restriction is there only to reduce female feticide. This method is safe within first trimester, that is up to 12 weeks. So MTP, it is nothing but the voluntary termination of pregnancy, and the safe period for the MTP is first trimester. And here there is a legally banned, it is because of the misuse to kill the female feticides it is used, therefore it is legally banned. Generally, MTP is advised by the doctor in case of the rape cases, as well as if the developing embryo is suffering from any incurable disease, or if the pregnancy is dangerous to the mother. Then only doctor will suggest MTP. Our next point is 4.4 Sexually Transmitted Diseases. Diseases or infections which are transmitted through sexual intercourse are called STDs. These are also known as venereal disease VD or reproductive tract infection RTIS. Examples of STDs are gonorrhea, syphilis, genital herpes, chlamydiasis, genital warts, trichomoniasis, hepatitis B, and HIV. These are the all examples of this STD. So STD are generally occur due to the mixing of the body fluids. Therefore, it is called as a STDs. So diseases or infections which are transmitted from person to person through sexual intercourse. Therefore, it is called STDs. Symptoms are mainly itching, fluid discharge, slight pain, swelling in the genital region. STDs remain asymptomatic in female and remain undetected for long period. In the later stage, it may lead to pelvic inflammatory disease, which is called as a PID, abortion, infertility, or even cancer in reproductive tract. So these are all symptoms of this STD. To prevent STD, these are the important measures can be taken. Avoid sex with unknown partner or multiple partners. Always use condoms during coitus, that is sexual intercourse. In case of doubt, consult a doctor for early detection, getting complete treatment for diagnosed diseases. So these are the preventive measures to keep away STDs. Our last point is 4.5 Infertility. The couple unable to produce children in spite of unprotected sex is called infertility. Problems of infertility may be in male or female. The reasons of infertility are physical, disease, drugs, immunological, or even psychological. So these are the mainly the reasons for the infertility. So if the couple is unable to produce a child in spite of unprotected sex, then we can call it as a infertility. So to overcome infertility, certain techniques are there, and these techniques together called as a assistive reproductive technique, ARTs. Assistive reproductive techniques are: first, IVFET, long form is in vitro fertilization and embryo transfer. Second, GIFT, gift, gamete intrafallopian transfer. Third, ZIFT, ZIFT, zygote intrafallopian transfer. Fourth, IUI, or it is also called AI, long form is intrauterine insemination, or it is also called artificial insemination. And the last one is ICSI, intracytoplasmic sperm injection. So these are 5 different types of the methods to control infertility. To overcome the infertility, these techniques can be used, and together it is called assistive reproductive technologies. Now we'll see one by one in brief. First, IVFET, in vitro fertilization embryo transfer. It is popularly known as test tube baby program. In this technique, ova from the wife or donor and the sperm from the husband or donor are collected. These are induced to fertilization to form a zygote under laboratory conditions. The zygote or early embryos within up to 8 blastomeres could be transferred into the fallopian tube. Further development takes place within the female body, that the female body generally called as a surrogate mother. So in this technique, the gametes are collected, that is the ova and the sperms are collected, and fertilization occur in the test tube under laboratory conditions, and zygote further form. It starts dividing cleavage, and up to 8 blastomeres it could be transferred into the female fallopian tube, and the female body which carry that zygote, she is called as a surrogate mother. So here you will see the pictorial representation. So used as a remedy for infertility, a woman's eggs are combined with man's sperm cells outside the uterus. The fertilized egg is then implanted in the woman's uterus, and if successful, begins the pregnancy cycle. The first baby realized from this fertilization method was born in 1978. Here you will find the steps. The woman is given hormone treatment to stimulate egg production. So to produce more eggs, the women are given the hormonal injections. Particularly here you will find the ova are released from the ovary. So this is the fallopian tube, uterus, and ovary is there. In the second step, multiple eggs are taken from the women's ovaries. So as here the hormonal injection have been given, the multiple eggs are given from the ovary. It is collected. The third is in lab, the eggs are mixed with the man's sperm cells in a culture dish to become fertilized. So in a petri dish or culture dish, the fertilization occur. Then the fertilized eggs or embryos are placed in an incubator for about 48 hours. So they are placed about into the incubator for 48 hours, and then the embryos are implanted in the women's uterus or frozen for the future implanting. So they are further implanted into the women's uterus. So these are the steps occur in vitro fertilization process. The second is gamete intrafallopian transfer, GIFT. It is the transfer of ovum collected from the donor into the fallopian tube of another female who cannot produce it. So here the gamete, particularly the ovums, are collected from the donor and it is introduced into the fallopian tube of another female. That female is unable to produce the ova, but she can provide a good or suitable environment for the development of the fetus. Therefore, they introduce the ovum collected from the donor, and then they are introduced into the female who cannot produce it. So the female is unable to produce the ova. So the ova collected from the donor are introduced into the female. That is called as the gamete intrafallopian transfer. Next is the zygote infrafallopian transfer. In this, you will find the tubal embryo transfer is similar to IVF. Fertilization occurs in the laboratory, and then very young embryo is transferred to the fallopian tube instead of the uterus. So here the zygote is transferred to the fallopian tube. So it is similar to IVF, that is in vitro fertilization. Fusion of male and female gametes occur, and then the zygote is introduced into the fallopian tube. That is called as a ZIFT. So here you will find the pictorial representation of this GIFT procedure. Here you will find the ovary, and this is the fallopian tube, and here you will find the instrument with the help of which the gametes are introduced. So it is called as a catheter. So you will find the sperms and the eggs are inserted directly into the fallopian tube. So this is the sperms and eggs, they are introduced into this fallopian tube, and this instrument is called catheter. The next technique is artificial insemination, AI, or it is also called IUI, intrauterine insemination. In this technique, semen is collected either from the husband or donor is artificially introduced into the uterus of the female. It is useful in cases either the male partner unable to inseminate in the female or very low sperm count. So if the male partner is having low sperm count, in such cases this technique is helpful, which is called artificial insemination, or it is also called intrauterine insemination. And the last method is intracytoplasmic sperm injection, ICSI. So here IT is often used for couples in which there are serious problems with sperm. Sometimes it is also used for older couples, for those with failed IVF attempts. In ICSI, intracytoplasmic sperm injection, a single sperm is injected into the mature egg. Then the embryo is transferred to the uterus or fallopian tube. So directly the sperm is injected into the mature egg, and then that embryo is transferred to the uterus or fallopian tube of the female, and that is called as the intracytoplasmic sperm injection. So here pictorial representation, you will find the micropipette 60 microns wide use gently suction to hold the egg. Then a single healthy sperm is taken up by even a smaller PPT 7 micron wide. A PPT with sperm is carefully inserted into the egg and the sperm is pumped out. The PPT is withdrawn, allowing the egg to fertilize. The fertilized egg is then implanted in the woman's uterus. So here the procedure has been shown, how the sperm is collected, and here you will find the stepwise how the sperm is collected and further it is introduced into the egg. So in today's presentation, we have covered the last 3 points. Here the chapter finishes. Thank you.